Yeah, hello viewers. I want to say good afternoon. This is IPOB US. I have some great leaders from IPOB US today. They're gonna be educating you guys on the happenings happening presently in the US. They'll tell you about the doings of IPOB US, and they'll pass a lot of information. These gentlemen and ladies which I have are people of high integrity. They are great men and great women. I will not want to take much of your time because we have respect for time. I'll just go in and start introducing them as I interview them for them. The first person I'm going to bring in is a strong man, is a man of high integrity. He is a great man, he's one of the coordinators in the US of IPOB. He's not a person, but we normally call him Baba. Most of you know him. He is Baba Chijoke. He's one of the national coordinators of IPOB in the US. Thank you very much, viewers. The next person you're going to hear from is Baba Chijoke. Thank you. Yeah,
Thank
Baba,
you so much, Mazi Uchenna Godson. It is a pleasure to be with you all. Thank you all, IPOB USA. Thank you, IPOB Biafrans worldwide. Thank you, great Biafrans and lovers of freedom. Today, we are at a crossroad in our movement. And I am here to demystify the myths that is going on about how strong IPOB USA is. But before I do that, let me again introduce myself so people will know who I am. My name is Baba Chijoke. I come from Uzakole in Abia State in the great land of Biafra. I live here in California, and I am the regional coordinator of the Pacific and the Mountain States region. I thank you all. After our leader was renditioned from Kenya to the zoo and under the DSS, it dealt a great blow to the IPOB worldwide, especially IPOB America, where those who were not strong, who weren't abiding, started looking elsewhere, being deceived by so much talks and so on. But for those of us who stayed behind, we are the one grooming and bringing back IPOB back. The days where the splinter dealt us a great blow has come and gone. It does not mean that they are not elsewhere, parading themselves in one way or the other as the main IPOB. But what I want to tell the world, not just Biafrans or IPOB members, if you are claiming to be the true IPOB, and you are not under the auspices of the IPOB DOS, headed by Mazi Chike Doziem, you are wasting your time. And please stop fooling the people. If you say you are whatever IPOB USA, and you cannot come to Radio Biafra, you are wasting your time. If you say You are the juggernaut called financial whatever worldwide of IPOB. And IPOB does not have your account. And when we send money to that account, it bounces back. It is time for you to close shop. If you say you are the brother or cousin of our leader, and you cannot come and talk to us on Radio Biafra, and the source of your income has closed, you are wasting your time. Or the other one that is called the false prophet. If you cannot go back and get a real job, your time has come. So for those who were expelled from the IPOB movement in United States, in certain regions, the likes of Awon and the chair, and you guys no longer collect and donate money to IPOB or have a fundraising that is tailored towards the ESN, please stop deceiving the people. We didn't want to come here and call names, but we are forced to. That one that is in Virginia, causing trouble all over United States and Europe in the name of Obuefi. I think it's time for you to go back to Nigeria and hold on those your chieftaincy titles. It does not have any place in IPOB. The true IPOB members are those under the auspices of DOS, headed by Chike Doziem, as was established by our leader. We are the ones, we are the true 100 men that come every day and talk on Radio Biafra and shout and evangelize and have routine fundraising. The main IPOB USA is going nowhere. And you guys cannot do anything. IPOB USA is headed by myself, Ndubisi Chijioke, Baba Chijioke, and my fellow, Mazi Pope, Samson Nememadu. These are the true IPOB leadership in the United States under the DOS. If you have any question, please call the Radio Biafra anytime, especially under Mazi or Dr. Alozie or Dr. Ike Peters during their program. They will straighten you up. If you are not doing anything that helps the Biafra land, you are wasting your time. And I think it is time for somebody like Chinyere, whose position has been closed. There's no longer liaison. To respect herself, she has a very good job and go back to her job. Somebody like Edin Wachuku, who created all manner of ways of siphoning funds from IPOB America or worldwide, should go and find a job. She says she has graduated as a teacher. I think she should look for a good teaching job and close down the PayPal account, the TransferWise, the IPOB GoFundMe she created, that all of this not sanctioned by the IPOB leadership, and close down the website from which she is using to siphon funds. If we see that you are still operating those funds, we're gonna come after you head on. That's what we are saying today. IPOB USA remains strong. No shaking. If I may invoke the name of our great leader of IPOB National Coordinator USA, Dr. Koro. No shaking. Let me leave it at this point, and I thank you, Mazi Uchenna Godson.
Yeah, thank you very much. You've heard from a great man, Baba Chijoke. He's one of the national coordinators of IPOB in the US. And you've had a brief of the doings of what is happening in IPOB US. Another great man I'm going to introduce to you today is another coordinator, a national coordinator in the US. We used to call him Pope. He's our IPOB Pope. He's a great man, a man of high integrity, actually. He's by name Pope Emem Madun, and Pope Emem Madun will be answering some questions for us and also giving more highlights about IPOB US. Because there has been this saying and this rumor going around that religion would divide us in IPOB. I would like one of the US National Coordinator, Pope, to educate the viewers about this. And also, if there are some other interesting topic which he's gonna tell us about, he will be able to educate us viewers more about this. The next person you're gonna hear his voice is Pope Emem Madu. Pope Emem Madu, you have the floor. Thank you.
My name is Pope Mando the 12th, like you have said. And by the mercy of the Lord of hosts himself, the King of glory, has made me a Pope. Because a lot of people will be wondering that who is the Pope? I'm not Pope Francis in the Vatican. Again, my name is Pope Samson Ememando the 12th. You know, the Lord has made me a Pope for Biafra. And the reason is simple, because Francis is not going to talk about Biafra. You see, we the Biafrans, we are unique people. The Lord has made us very, very unique, that we are all Judeo-Christians, you know, because omenala ndị Igbo dịka onye ndu si kwuo, you know, it's something close to what you call Judaism. So that's the, you know, the ways our ancestors, you know, worshipped before the advent of, you know, Christianity. All right, so we have the Biafran people in Catholic. The biggest Catholic population in Africa are Biafrans. The biggest Anglican population in Africa are Biafrans. The biggest Pentecostal movement in Africa are Biafrans. So that speaks volumes. That shows you that Biafran people are naturally people who love the Lord. All right. So my problem here is, you know, the fact that we are given to all of these sections of Christianity, Catholicism, Anglicanism, all manner of churches, you know, Pentecostals. We are a day, you know, the founders of these churches, we are a day when their adherents are being slaughtered, when we are being killed all over the zoo they call Nigeria. I can't find Pope Francis of the Vatican. I don't see the Archbishop of Canterbury. I don't see Adeboye. I don't see Oyedepo. I don't see Kumoye. But my people constitute over 60% of their membership. This is where I have a problem. You know? So, but Mazi, before I delve into that issue of whether religion is going to divide us or not, let me quickly talk about the fact that, just like my colleague Mazi Chijoge have spoken, IPOB USA is one family. We are not divided. IPOB USA is one family. Those who have been expelled because of, insubordination. Of course, they don't want to follow what our leader have laid down. Our leader has laid down the structure of IPOB, and he has given us the DOS, as a leadership in his absence, DOS. And then how are you going to say, oh, I love Onyendo, I love Nnamdi Kanu? A lot of people mouth it. They go to social media, oh, because of our leader, Onyendo, Nnamdi Kanu, blah, 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 blah. If you look, even our first lady, our leader's wife, variously have come on Radio Biafra and spoken, that if you say you love a man, what are you going to do when he's not there? You protect his project very well, okay? Make sure, you don't destroy the project. Keep it well for him. If there is dust, you wipe off the dust, You don't start rearranging the thing, the house he has kept in order. In his absence, you want to rearrange the house. No, you don't do that. That don't show love. So our leader have said that DOS, is the leadership when it's not there. And so those who fail to recognize the leadership of the DOS, headed by Mazi Edozie, it means they don't really understand what IPOB is all about. And all the preachings of our leader does not really resonate with them. They are actually mischievous people. They are very economic with the truth. They are very mischievous. They know exactly what they are doing. They don't love our leader. They don't love IPOB. As a matter of fact, they don't want Biafra restored. These are agents of the zoo Nigeria, the British, and the rest of the world who have ganged up to make sure that Biafra doesn't come. But we want to assure them that in as much as they've done all their work, all their gang ups, I don't know what else they are going to do, because the worst you can do to a man is kill him. And Biafran people have been slaughtered over and over and over. All throughout the years, all we get in the zoo is killing, 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 killing. Even very recently, we have young men and women marching peacefully in the city of Aba, in our own land, in Biafra land. And then the zoo Janjaweed military opened fire and started killing them. Now, those who call themselves Igbo politicians, they are there. They saw these things. Mom is the word. They don't say anything. They see no evil. They do no evil. They speak no evil. The so-called international community, the defenders of human rights, they see all of these things. When Biafran people are being killed, nobody worries about it. Even the local news managed by the Yoruba in the zoo will not even carry it, let alone you're talking about CNN or Al Jazeera. No, they're not going to come near it. When your own local news, all those useless TV channels in the zoo, channels, Arise News, led by that baboon you call Ruben Abati, none of them will ever see this thing. None of them will say it. The only thing they want to do is to tear IPOB down. But their wickedness is going to come upon their head. Ruben Abati cannot escape destruction. He's a very wicked man. Together with his cohorts, in those useless media outfits they call television. Because impunity is happening in the zoo on a daily basis. An impostor is ruling the zoo. An impostor is ruling over 200 million Black people under the sun. What a shame. Actually, dead bodies, in the words of Jonathan. An impostor is ruling over 200 million dead bodies. They carried out another shambolic selection process But what we concern ourselves with is that we want our leader released, because the courts in the zoo have discharged and acquitted him. They know they have no case against him. Rather, they committed a crime against our leader. Like they have been committing crimes, genocide against the Biafran people. Because our Biafran people get killed all over the place in the zoo. In Biafra land, in the northern Nigeria, in western Nigeria, they burn down our businesses, burn down our houses, kill our people. Nobody says anything about it. So for these people who go about in the USA trying to project themselves or trying to cause confusion, they are just, some kind of irritants, distraction. Those my colleague mentioned earlier, they are just distractions. Very hopeless people. They should stop forthwith that nonsense they are doing. If you don't follow the structure of our leader and you no longer believe in him, why don't you just stand aside? Stop deceiving people and stealing people's money. Eddie Nwachukwu was removed as financial secretary even before our leader was rendition. Our leader mentioned it on radio. And this is a woman who goes about opening up channels of extorting money from the gullible people. Why we are worrying about idiots like Simon Ekpa? People who you even think are reasonable are going to be even doing worse things. So we want to make the general public to know that IPOB USA remains strong. We are standing. There's no division, there's no faction in IPOB USA. We are under the leadership of the DOS headed by Mazi Edozim. And we follow the chain of command, because our leader has said it is command and control. We are a quasi-unitary outfit. You do what you're asked to do first before you complain. That is how we maintain discipline. That is how we ensure discipline. We don't want a house that is in disarray. So it is very, very important that our people get to imbibe these qualities, these values, because these are things that will easily translate to Biafra when Biafra eventually comes. Biafra, like our leader has said, we don't want to be another zoo, the Lord forbid. We are better off not having Biafra than have something that will be like the zoo. Biafra is going to be a shining light under the sun. A nation governed by laws. Equality before the law. Nobody is above the law. No, I'm a Kwandia. No, I want Obodo. No, I want Kamokeri. Oha, Obukuna la Biafra. Every man and woman is going to be equal under the law in Biafra land. Same law for everybody. In the zoo, you don't have that. The northern part of the zoo, they practice what they call penal code. They've been doing that for ages. They get away with a lot of impunity. And people call themselves intellectual in that zoo. Shame on all those who call themselves intellectuals in the zoo, who still stand for one Nigeria. Shame on you all. Shame on you all. You have Fulani Janjaweed going about the place, killing people. Is it normal in the name of religion? And you all keep quiet. Oh, because you are scared that the Janjaweed shouldn't come after you. Shame on you all, because the zoo is all about stealing the resources of the Biafrans. You want to get into offices so that you steal as much as you can. But that time has come to an end, because Biafra will certainly be restored. What we are saying is, coming to the question of religion that you asked, religion is not going to divide us, my brother. It's not going to divide us. Religion has been the bane of the Biafran people anyway. It has been our problem. Our ancestors are the people of the book. You all need to know that. All right? Before the Europeans, the advent of formal Christianity, before they brought their Christianity and their criminality alongside it, because they both came side by side, corrupt practices and everything. Our ancestors were calling upon the name of the Lord. Our leader have said that to remain a Igbo is all just the same thing that we find in the Torah, the Old Testament of the Bible. So when people talk about religion, it ain't going to divide. We have seen the words of division already because we're everywhere. We're in Catholic, we're in Anglican, we're in Pentecostal, founded by our enemies anyway. The Biafran people are the only people who get deceived with religion. Because our enemies have realized our passion for, worshiping the Lord. So they can come up with any kind of church and you see our people subscribing to it. Same people who starved our brothers and sisters to death. Same people who gave us Kwashiorkor in Biafra land are now giving us churches that we are going to defend. And we are calling them Daddy G.O. What stopped you from forming your own church, for heaven's sake? Must you go to Daddy G.O.'s church? Aren't you guys ashamed of yourself? If Francis of the Vatican can defend Rohingya Muslims, charity, they say, begins at home. Why can't he defend we who are Biafrans? We who are Catholics, his members? Or Black Catholicism doesn't matter. We are not in the picture of Catholics. Well, so when people are talking about religion, it ain't going to divide us. My brother, we're only saying the truth. Only who have told us that Biafra, we in IPOB, Biafra is our religion. So if I am Catholic, as soon as I come to IPOB, I put my Catholicism behind. Biafra is my religion. When I finish with IPOB meetings, IPOB family gatherings, then I'll go to Mass the next day and do my Ekele Maria. Ditto for whoever is Anglican and whoever is a Daddy G.O. So we're not asking you to stop going to whatever church you believe in or whatever creed you choose. Our leader has said you can worship anything you want in Biafra land when Biafra comes. There's no state religion. But what we are saying as members of IPOB, Biafra is our commonality because religion is something that brings people together. Okay? In as much as we all have different belief systems, in the sense of various churches and denominations, can we find a commonality in this? The answer is a capital no. But what can we find a commonality in? It is Biafra. My desire as a Catholic to have Biafra. Your desire as an Anglican to have Biafra. Your desire as Daddy G.O. to have Biafra. That is our commonality. That is what brings us together. So we throw away the rest of them, behind us whenever we come to Biafran gatherings. So I want to advise all our media warriors, our media giants, when people call you and want to talk about religion, simply tell them that that is an old issue. Let us talk about something more pertinent. That Biafra is our religion. No, religion is not dividing anybody. Who wants to fight for the Christ? I have variously said this in our Biafran gatherings that I, Pope Ememando the 12th, who am called by the new name of the Lord, I dwell in the Christ dwell in me. But will I go and chop off anybody's head if they insult the Christ? No, because the scriptures have not told me so. We are not those of them who, whenever they mention a certain figurehead, they go for the joke. Oh, abomination, haram. They call for your head. They put a fatwa. No. The Christ has not asked you to put a fatwa on nobody's head. So anybody who is going about saying that, oh, you're offending the Christ, who are you to defend the Christ? Do you think you have what it takes to defend the Christ? Are you powerful like the Christ himself? Don't you know that the Christ is the Lord himself, the maker of heaven and earth? So, Maz, you see, this thing is just, when people keep talking about it all the time, I will say to you that those who want us to discuss whether we are going to be talking about religion or not, they are the distraction themselves. Because what Mazi Jonathan does on Saturdays, which is the Sabbath, and mind you, I'm not a Sabbatarian, I'm not a Yehoshua, but it doesn't stop Saturday from being the Sabbath, if you actually know the scriptures. It is a very great program, nothing wrong with it. It is awakening, it's for our people to wake up. That's all it is, our people to wake up. So IPOB remains one, my brother. We are not divided. We're moving forward. By the mercy of the Lord, this month of May, but on the 27th, I want to remind IPOB all over the world that we're going to be having our fundraising. Please, you don't have to be a member of IPOB to come for this ESN fundraising. This is a time for you as a Biafran man or woman across the world to show your support for men and women who are protecting our bushes. ESN fundraising is coming on the 27th of May. Please come all and contribute your widow's mite. Whatever you have to give to our men and women, please, on the 27th of May, join us in that fundraising event. And then on the 30th, we're equally going to be having our memorial for our fallen heroes like we do. And I can assure you all that this year's memorial is going to be very resounding as well. And then I'll stop at this so that others can come.
Okay, thank you very much. That's a wonderful one from Pope. Pope is one of the national coordinators of IPOB in the US. He's a strong man, a man of high integrity, and you've heard from him. I also just have, because of time, I just have one little question for Pope, one more question for you, but it's going to make it brief, like 1 minute, right? Does IPOB, are they divided? Is IPOB 2 in the US, or is there a fraction in IPOB in the US?
Not at all. IPOB is not divided in the US. There are no factions in the US. Like you heard my colleague, Mazi Babachijoke spoke earlier. He is the coordinator of IPOB in the mountain region and the Pacific region, while I'm the coordinator of IPOB in the central region as well as the eastern region. And both of us work hand in hand in harmony. And IPOB USA, we can assure you, remains one, remains strong. We are not divided. Those who are projecting division are those who have been expelled for one reason or the other. So that is why we want it to be clear to the world that we have no problem in IPOB USA. We remain strong.
Wow. Thank you very much for that clarification to our viewers. Viewers, you've heard it from the source, right? I still have some of our IPOB beautiful ladies in our house. I want to just welcome one of them so that they will tell you more about IPOB US. Wadaya Oriaku is in the house, and I want to allow her just to tell us a little about IPOB in the US.
Thank you very much, Mazi. IPOB,
One
family.
One family.
IPOB.
My people, my name is Wada Uriako, and I'm from Enugu State, Biafra land, our local governments. Yes, I'm gonna talk. I'm the deputy regional coordinator under Amazi Babachijoke of Mountain, and I'm the state of Arizona coordinator as well. Yeah, and so I'm going to talk about a little bit. I'm going to buttress what my boss Chijoke has said and what Mazeme Madu equally said on this IPOB USA. Just like they have said, IPOB USA is one. It's not divided. But you know, in everything, there are just like Satan will always come as an angel of light to cause confusion. But Igbo people now say na ikuku ko afu eko. Yeah, when the wind blows, you see the nyash of the fowl. That is what happened. Our leader usually said, or the Bible said, let me use Bible's book first. The Bible, which is our ancestors' book, as Anamad put it. Christ said there, if you love me, keep my commandments, right? So in IPOB USA, everybody comes to claim, I love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Yes, we all agree, we love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as a matter of fact. But you cannot show how much you love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu until what happened to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu happened. what happened to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the rendition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has actually opened up the lovers of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for real and the haters of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Because in everything, according to Okwu Chineke, we must give thanks to God. There is a purpose for that. I hope you all remember that Onyendu had always said it, that he need 100 men. That 100 men could be 10, they could be 20, they could be 1 million, but he's talking about men who are really freedom fighters, not just every multitude or everybody that comes. So in USA today, we have people that's deviated and they are out there claiming that they are IPOB. Some of them were expelled from IPOB. So those are the people you are seeing online claiming all manner of things. These people do not love Nnamdi Kanu because they are disobedient to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I listened to Onyendu's broadcasts. He said it categorically that anytime we don't see him for any reason, something happened and he's not able to come out to speak and all that, that we should listen to the DOS. And he mentioned the name of Mazi Chika Museum. Onyendu Equally said, because I listened to him very well, that it will take anybody 100 years to break through the DOS that he has created. DOS is IPOB structure. So if Onyendu has given that command that in his absence, we should listen to the DOS, and some people feel that probably they don't want to listen to this DOS, the Onyendu structure, then you can't come out and say you are IPOB member or you are claiming something. We don't have two factions of IPOB in USA. We have just IPOB one family under the leadership of Onyendu, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and the structure he set up, which is the DOS, headed by the head of the Directorate of State, Mazi Chika Museum. That is the IPOB we have in Arizona. And we have our leaders, Pope Ememadu XII and Mazi Baba Chijioke. They are our leaders and they are working in cohorts to make sure that IPOB USA stands. So what I'm saying now, I'm saying it to IPOB family all over the world. Whoever is listening to my voice and whoever has listened to the voice of the people that have spoke. This is IPOB. You have just one family. You know, the Bible said again that an unstable person is like a wave of the sea driven by the wind. Whichever way the wind blows, it goes that way. Whichever way the wind blows, it goes that way. All those people who left after Onyendu's rendition and go to form a faction, they were never IPOB, no matter the position they held. Yes, people like Ikwangosi, people like Mazi Aworum, Cosmos Duru. These are the people who have caused problem. Cosmos Duru, the one that calls himself High Chief Ogbuefi, a Confucianist, and Chimwe Dinwachuku, criminal, a thief, who have found a way to take our money. Mazi Baba Chijioke mentioned all the money sourcing avenues he created. She has been working against the command and control of IPOB, creating a website for IPOB, putting all those sources to be, all those avenues to be drawing money from IPOB, to be getting money from people. So when people pay money into all those avenues, it goes into Edinwachukwu's pocket. You know, it baffles me when people come out and the only position they're always looking for is finance. I am afraid of them. Edinwachukwu happens to be one of them. And because Chinyere Onwuyi, who was made a liaison officer, she couldn't function because she's busy. Instead of her to say, I'm not going to be able to do this. So she handed it over to Edinwachukwu. So Edinwachukwu, even if she steals all our money, Onwuyi doesn't care. So that was the position there. Cosmos Duru, all he does is cause confusion. Aworoma and the rest of them. So if they have any forum out there and call themselves IPOB USA, and you are anywhere in IPOB worldwide, and you are believing them, you are treading on a wrong path. They are not IPOB members. IPOB USA remains one under our leadership, Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I repeat again, with his structure that he said that we should listen to in his absence, DOS, headed by Mazi Chika Idoziem. That is the only IPOB we know. We do our fundraising and get our authority from the DOS, from Mazi Chika Idoziem and his colleagues. So if these people who are claiming to be another faction of IPOB USA, if they were following Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and they love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and they are doing the right thing, following the command and the control, why would Onyendu, from where he is, command them to never raise fund in his name? You people should have all this into consideration and think about it so that when you see all these people out there claiming they are IPOB members, my brothers, dear friends, they are not. They are those seeds that Christ scattered on the stone. You know, those seeds that he scattered on the stone. And when the sun came and he scorched them, and they are all dead. And the sun in this case now is the rendition of our leader. Immediately our leader was renditioned, they became a different people. They are no longer IPOB. But as for IPOB USA, Mazi Babachijoke, Mazi Pope, and Madu, they are here and they are strong and they are able, and IPOB is going forward. Okay? So please, we are asking you people, we're going to have a fundraising coming up soon. Yes, by the order of our leadership on the 27th of this month. We call every IPOB member all over the world to support this. When we finish it, the leadership takes care of everything. We don't do anything here. Our leaders in USA don't do anything without the order of the DOS. That's how we function here. So, and we're going to have our remembrance 30th of May. So we invite you all to be part of it. Thank you so much, Matt.
Thank you very much. Thank you. That's a very good one. I told you we have a very beautiful Omada in IPOB. Once again, thank you very much. You've heard from her. She's a very powerful lady, a very strong IPOB member, and she have high integrity. All these men and women I'm talking with are people with high sincerity and high integrity. So viewers, I believe we are enjoying this section. The last person I'm going to bring in is another one in our midst, which is Lillian. He's going to educate us a little about IPOB, and after that to round up this section. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your patience. Also, continue to watch as we continue. Thank you. Lillian, please just give us a brief about IPOB before we call it a day. Thank you.
IPOB.
One family.
One family.
IPOB.
One
family.
One strong family.
Yes.
IPOB.
My brothers and sisters, my name is Lillian Ndo from Ehimembano local government area. All my brothers and sisters have said it all, but what I need to add, if all of them outside there can remember, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu joined RAF on Hazirike, he noticed that RAF was not doing the right thing. He just quietly moved out to go and form IPOB One Family. All those fallen angels who wants to fight for their freedom, form your own group. Don't come under the umbrella of IPOB, committing series of crimes. Most of them came to IPOB thinking that IPOB is ATM machine for them, like Chinwe. When the true IPOB find out their ulterior motive, they were expelled. We call them fallen angels of IPOB. Please quietly go and find your own name and continue the fight if you're really out to fight for your people. IPOB in US is nobody. They can say anything they like. We are still strong and becoming more strong. We need quality, not quantity. That's all we need. And we are out to fight for our people, fight for our freedom, which is not a crime. We have the right to live, to be happy, to enjoy our own land. We are not supposed to be a slave in our own land. Ogbuefi, if you are really Ogbuefi as you answered, you won't be doing what you're doing. I don't know if you know the meaning of when somebody is Ogbuefi. If you really know the meaning, you won't be behaving like educated illiterates. That's what all of you are doing. IPOB is control and command. And we are going to follow the control and command under Mazi Chike Doziem. Our leader mapped it out and said it, and we follow that. No matter what all of you are doing, they are not going to break IPOB. Even if it is one person remaining, IPOB will continue to flourish. So, my dear brothers and sisters, IPOB is indigenous people of Biafra. Some feel that they are not part, but you're on the Biafra land. Even if they see you tomorrow, you're in Biafra land, they will call you IPOB. Come and join hands with us to fight for our people. Even if we are here in America, your people are suffering, go and build mansion in Biafra land. Rats and lizard will be on that house. Let's make haste while the sun shines. On the 27th of this month, we are getting together to contribute for our able men who are fighting, protecting our land. Come and join us. No amount is too small. No amount is too much. Everything is the spirit and the mind you use in giving it. And on the 30th of this month, we are going to celebrate those who started this fight. And we give them a promise that we finish it. And surely, Chukwu Okike Abiama will give us the strength, the energy to continue the fight until the end. Biafra will be free and free indeed. Thank you, my brothers and sisters. Continue your fight.
Yeah, thank you very much, Wada Lillian. Thank you. You just said it all. I want to give a big thank you to every one of us here today, all the leaders of the IPOB US. Viewers, you have seen and heard from them on what is happening in IPOB US. These are the leaders of IPOB US working with US. So, and I believe all the messages they passed, you can also pass it. As you view this, please share so that the message will continue to go forward. Thank you very much. We'll still be bringing you another section. Possibly once it's available, we'll let you know. Try to subscribe, give us thumbs up so that as we are releasing, once we are releasing any section, you get it immediately. Thank you very much. We appreciate your time and everything.